But why, some say the moon? Why choose this as our goal? And they may well ask, why climb the highest mountain? Why 35 years ago fly the Atlantic? Why does Rice play Texas? We choose to go to the moon. We choose to go to the moon in this decade and do the other thing. Not because they are easy, but because they are hard. Because that goal will serve to organize and measure the best of our energies and skills. Because that challenge is one that we're willing to accept, one we are unwilling to postpone, and one we intend to win. 240,000 miles away from the control station in Houston, a giant rocket, more than 300 feet tall, the length of this football field, made of new metal alloys, some of which have not yet been invented, capable of standing heat and stresses several times more than has ever been experienced, fitted together with a precision better than the finest watch, carrying all the equipment needed for propulsion, guidance, control, communication, food, and survival on an untried mission to an unknown celestial body, and then return it safely to Earth, re-entering the atmosphere at speeds of over...
And welcome to the Esoteric D.o.g.e tonight, Saturday, July 17th, and we welcome you here. My name is Mascot. You can call me Dave if you like. I think this is show number 5, 6. Getting messages from Dr. Evie. We'll make sure people can hear us. There we go. Awesome. I'm glad everybody can make it. But yeah, Evie, is this show number 5 or show number 6? I'm sorry, I've been in a fog.
Number 6, yeah.
It's number 6. All right. Well, that's a good number. But yeah, so we're gonna play around with some new things. Arlo's out of pocket this evening. He's got some stuff to do and just taking a little time off. It's been a hell of a week, so I totally understand. And so, I just want to always say this is live, but we are recording. So if you do speak, just let you know you'll be on YouTube or some other platform someday, immortalized in the world of podcasts. So, you're here. Thanks for being here. If you don't mind tweeting it out, sharing it with your friends, get some more people in here. All are welcome. This is a safe place. This is a forum for talking about all kinds of things. It's pretty much a show about nothing and a show about everything, all wrapped into one. So welcome. Trying to think. Gosh, I really just kind of want to lead into how random this week has been, Evie, and it's been really crazy and lots of ups and downs in the energies, lots of really amazing developments, and then also some really perplexing stuff. But Evie, I've got to applaud you. I really do, for something that we didn't talk about in prep, just because I just really just dawned on me how I was able to handle this week and really the past 3 weeks. Just a real quick update is that I am down here in Tampa. I'm waitlisted for a couple of different places as far as apartments, just hanging out and having fun with my family and friends, and just enjoying stuff as it comes. But Evie, this week I really have to hand it to you is that I had so much adversity, so much great stuff going on, and then as well, just some really negative, just that volatile shit that we come across every now and then. And I'll tell you what I did, Evie. I did two
What?
things. I analyzed it, and if it didn't speak with love in its voice, I let it go. I blocked it. I just chucked it to the curb. And man, it made all the difference. It really did. You definitely set me up for some stuff. You were saying it over and over and over again, and it taught me some really valuable lessons in the past, and continues to do so. So, a lot of crazy energy out there that I just dealt with, and used your advice. So, thank you very much. You were a great help to me. I'm sure
And
that
that is, yeah, and that
love
is,
don't talk like that.
love don't talk like that.
Mhm.
I'm telling you, it helped me through a major adversity and a major milestone in my life. And it really just set the foundation for, because the best is yet to come, you know. And the song that got me through also, we played it on show 5, I think. Love don't live here no more.
Mhm. Mhm. Exactly. It doesn't. And
It's like,
yeah.
you know, it's simple, right? Why
Yeah.
complicate,
Yeah.
why complicate something that is looking at you straight in your face, all right?
Right.
It's right there, right? And what does it take? What does it take? You know, one day you're going to be able to laugh about it. And you are
Yep.
where you are supposed to be. The good, the bad, and the ugly, all right?
Yep. Yep. I totally agree. And so you just have to, if you can identify these things as they come at you, and realize that it's not supposed to be that way, you just got to release it. If it's a problem that you can take care of it. But if it's just nonsense and venom, just release it, get it out of there, because you don't need it, and it doesn't do you any good. So if it doesn't serve you, get rid of it.
And
It's like,
the yeah, the past is like the layers of skin that the snake sheds. Says
yep,
Buddha. Let it
yep,
go.
let it go. Exactly. Words to live by, Evie. Words to live
I
by. Yeah.
I know.
But yeah, I I want to back up and say that the song we opened up with was Kid Francescoli, and the name of the song is Moon. And I think that is something to focus on when it comes to all this negative stuff and positive stuff, because mine's been up and down. I've had the most greatest realization of my life this week, and then had such gut punches in a couple other areas of my life that I just dealt with using your advice once again, but just dealing with them and taking care of business, not letting things get, discouraging. Just go, all right, I'm faced with this, and here's the opportunity I have to either get rid of it and heal, or if it's embraceable, embrace it. And I made that decision very clearly. So, yeah, yeah.
Well,
But
I
the
pulled
moon had a lot to do with it.
I pulled your cards, so whenever you're ready for the tarot,
Yeah,
I tell
we'll do
you,
that
you
after
got
our break.
something there. Oh boy, wait till you hear it. Oh
We'll do
my
that
God.
after our break.
Yeah,
And
yeah, but
it's
yep,
it's funny. We'll
you
just
know,
I
yeah.
think that we're gonna leave that little contest to ourselves, Evie. We'll wait on it like maybe another day or so. But
Of course.
yeah,
But
but
we
yeah.
still
As
have
far as the
mine.
card, yeah, we
Gotta
do
make
have
it
yours
work.
still. So we are still guessing. I don't know if we have any more clues. I did want to say congratulations on your travel papers. I think that's
Oh,
excellent.
thank
So you
you.
finally
They
got them.
went through. Yeah.
Yeah,
Grazie.
eh,
Yeah.
yeah, that's awesome.
I'm
And
hypnotic. Yeah. Yeah. Uh, yeah. Yep. Yep. Yep.
yeah.
Yep.
There's Arlo. Welcome, Arlo.
Oh,
Hardest working man in show business
Arlo!
right there.
Going on. How's industry?
Nice. Nice. Yeah, it's all good. All good. Good rough day. Rough days. We were just talking about the moon energy and all this negative stuff that's been bouncing around along with all the good positive stuff that's been out there. It's been a topsy-turvy week, hasn't it?
Topsy-turvy.
Yep, no doubt.
Yeah, I had to deal with my basement flooded.
Yeah, tell me about that. So it's
Oh
just
my
a
God.
lot of plumbing stuff and then just bad energy all
Well,
around.
well, Mother Nature took her course, right?
Yeah.
Um, we had thunderstorms. I swear, God is my witness. The loudest thunderstorm I've ever heard in my entire life. I thought my house was. I said goodbye to everybody. I talked to God. Bane and I
Hmm.
hid in our covers, and the house went boom, really loud. And I thought, okay, we were so paralyzed with fear. I looked at my dog. You looked at me, and we didn't even say anything. But needless to
Uh-huh.
say, I went down to my basement, and I was barefoot, and my beautiful oriental rugs down there in the laundry room got all soaked, and I'm like all baffled, scratching my head like, what the fuck happened here? Well,
That is a
everything
shame.
in the basement, yeah, I'm telling you.
Hmm.
And so I had oriental rugs that were sentimental. My stepfather passed, and so I inherited
Oh,
the rugs, and they were made so well that they absorbed so much water. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? So
yeah.
anyway, the good news is I have Liberty Mutual Insurance, and it's a Sunday. And about 2 hours ago, my agent called and said, "Hi." I said, "Hi." I says, "Can you come out tomorrow?" And it's Sunday, right? I'm really
Uh-huh.
stretching it. He goes, "Yeah." I go, "No way." He goes, "How's 9 o'clock sound?" So my Liberty Mutual Insurance agent is going to be at my house at 9 o'clock on a Sunday morning. Oh my
That's
God.
awesome.
Are you kidding me?
We are, however, no affiliation with Liberty Mutual or accept their sponsorship until we do any further due diligence. But yeah, yeah, it's that's good. It is a good thing. I mean, if Limu does want to chime in, hey, there's a free plug for them. Be better than the commercials for sure. But that's a shame about your stuff. But then again, just remember it's just stuff, and you can always replace that. You can't replace you and your dog. So I'm glad that you're all right. You know,
Yeah, thank
it's
you.
important, definitely important. But
Yeah.
so yeah, so the travel plans back to that is that you're going to be end of August. We'll be doing broadcasts from Italy. Is that right?
Oh, 100%.
Hell yeah, that's going to be great. I can't wait. It'll be good. And then Arlo, you are here. I don't see your mic. How you doing, buddy? Not sure if
I'm
he's
good.
there
I'm
yet.
still here. Don't worry. I'm not asleep.
Good, good. Sweet, sweet.
Uh,
Well, we got some cool stuff to talk about and move into. I kind of feel like these were kind of birthing pains for a lot of change that's going on in everybody's lives. I mean, I read for I don't know how many people I read for this week, but a lot of flux cards, a lot of change, a lot of stuff that just came out of the blue that a lot of people didn't think they were ready for, and all of a sudden they're like, "Yeah, no, I feel 100% right about it." And then all the other stuff, but it's a lot of people have been talking about ascension, and ascension basically means not like the old biblical terms, even though there is kind of a version of new earth going on where the stuff that normally would have caused you pain or worry or anxiety is it's still coming at you, but you're caring a lot less about it. I know for one that I am. Again, with your sage advice there, Evie, it's been a lot easier to take these battles and deal with them. But I've been talking to a lot of people in the community as far as ascension goes, and there is this thing that's occurring where we're passing into almost like another dimension while we're still here on Earth. Nobody's dying. Nobody's just going to go poof, and your clothes are just lying there in a pile. This vehicle will not become unmanned. There's just a lot going on that we're starting to release, and that's creating this whole new existence. And the spiritual journey is one of the most important things, and there's a lot of us are starting to realize that. So we're also really keen to the negative energy, the lower vibrations. We're very keen on it because people don't understand what we're going through. I think the more that you become awake, you start to see a lot more stuff, but you know how to deal with it. That's the best part, is that your life might seem to be getting harder in places, but it's getting easier in so many other realms that once you realize you can fight off anything and not care about this timeline of goals regarding status. Got to do this and got to do that by this certain age, and then you have to have this life experience by this certain age. So, I mean, 49 years old. I'll tell you, I live half my life like that. So, at least half my life like that. But yeah, none of that's important. I don't think that a lot of that's important, and that is the path to ascension. Again, you're not going anywhere. You're not disappearing. The spaceship's not coming to get you. But that's a whole other segment. We do have spiritual guides, and we do have a lot of beings out there that are in our corner, and they want us to realize we need to raise the vibration some more for the planet. I don't know. Evie, what do you think? Arlo,
On a
what do you
note
think?
about vibration and relationships and people that come and go into your life. All right. We are, when you're on a vibration and you're vibing with someone, let's say your soulmate, your ideal soulmate should be on the same frequency as you. If they
Yeah,
are on a lower vibration, let me tell you why they're on a lower vibration. The flags of a person who is on a lower vibration from you is this. Number one, they will say vile things to you that you just cannot believe they just said that, and that just came out of their mouth. Why? Because love does not talk that way. Love does not speak that way.
right.
But that person is not on the same level or the frequency as you. They are on a lower vibration. All right. So you can't fix something that isn't meant to be or that is not there. All right. So now
Mhm.
you're facing the reality of what? Well, I've been in this relationship, okay, let's call it whatever that is, for years now. When you come to the realization that after a few years, you're like, wait a minute, why hasn't my partner caught up with me? Why isn't my partner seeing or seeing the things that I'm seeing or saying things that I need to hear that are embracing, that are loving, that are making me and helping me grow? Why are you an energy sucker, and why are you cutting me down? Why are you dragging me down? That it is the sign, that is the flag. Time to let it go and time to move on.
I
That's it.
agree. I agree. Yay, Evie. I agree 100%. Mike, Erica, what do you guys think about that? I'm not sure if they're in the room. They might be in the room.
Sorry about that. I'm right.
You're fine. You're fine. This
I
is my friend Erica. I've read her cards before. Erica's an amazing person, awesome healer, well along her path, and her husband Mike Kielbasa here just read cards again last night, which was awesome. Had a good time doing that. But like, what tell us some tips as far as being around one another as long as you guys have been married. How long have you guys been married? Together
We've
for
been
a while.
married for 16 years, but together for like 18.
There you go. That's awesome.
But we were, oh, I'm sorry, 17 years this year. Mike just corrected me. But
That's okay. Somebody's counting.
we were really good friends before we even, became involved in a relationship. And I think that was important.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it can be for sure.
Yeah. We worked together and we vibed on like different levels in terms of work ethic and life and just little things. And then, a few years later when we ended up actually starting to date is when we kind of realized the depth of our connection, I guess. And it took even like years and years. Like I said, we've been together 18 years. We're still even learning and realizing how in tune we are and how synced we are in our thoughts and our goals, journey, and all of that. It's really amazing. We truly are twin flames. Like I was told that a couple of years ago, and I was like, huh? But every day it shows that our strength together. When we're here 24/7 with each other, nonstop for the last year plus. There's ups and downs, but we seem to always come together at the end of the day and realize what our mission is and what our journey involves.
That's beautiful. That's awesome. Yeah, sometimes
Well,
it's
what
boring.
he said, yeah.
But that's awesome. That's great. No, it's good to have that type of energy and outlook and approach it shoulder to shoulder. It's really cool.
And
all right. Well, yeah, I agree with all that. I think that it's important to have some time with one another. And sometimes things just they move on the pace that they're supposed to move on, which is a beautiful thing to witness. Sure, definitely surprises you for sure. So, Erica, what do you think about like I'll tell you one thing that helped me also was the crystals and the harnessing some of the good moon energy coming out. The crystals definitely help quite a bit.
yeah, I kind of stumbled upon my gift with crystals because I was just drawn to their visual beauty at first before I knew the power and the energy that they had. And I used to go to this crystal warehouse and get wholesale crystals, and I just thought they were so amazing. And then when I started researching, and then when I realized what I was drawn to and why I was drawn to it was pretty amazing because most of the time when I recommend crystals for people, I don't like research what's going on or what is good for them. I kind of let my spirit guide me and say, okay, this is what they need, and then I give it to them, and then afterwards I'll let them know what each crystal means. And funny thing is that every time I do that, my spirit guides me to what this person is in need of, what is the energy that is in need of in their life. And then when I give it to them and then go through and look up and see what these crystals, what their energy means, and I'm amazed every time, like, wow, how spot on I am on everything. I mean, look at the crystals I gave you. I knew blue, and I knew that was the color I needed to give you. It was my spirit was drawing me towards it, and then I picked out of my blue crystals which ones I knew was right for you. And I mean, I feel like I was spot on just because of how we've talked about your journey and everything.
You were spot on, no doubt. They came just in the nick of time too. It was just
Awesome.
perfect timing.
Awesome.
And
Have you heard from those models?
No, I haven't. Not at all. not one bit. And yeah, I don't know if she was able to actually redeem her Dogecoin that I paid her for my flowers, but either way, it's fine. You shoot your shot, I guess. But that was a fun night. It was a good card read too. So yeah, I'm all right. Better things have come along, so definitely happy. So God, I'm getting off track here. I was gonna say that when I first got this this bracelet, Erica, I had it on my left arm with my other trinkety stuff and wrist jewelry or whatever you want to call it. And I definitely felt completely out of balance. And so
Right. I
it
remember
was
Mike
great
telling me
that,
that.
yeah, he was like, yeah, switch it immediately. So, yeah, it's funny to experience that, like not knowing. I mean, I'm pretty young in all of this, honestly. It's just kind of did
Yeah.
want to say it happened overnight, but yeah, it's like, something's weird. I don't know. But, does that
They may
happen
have just
much?
given you, may have given you the strength to start this new journey that you're on right now, and it
Yeah.
get clarification on what
Hmm.
your path is supposed to be. So I think
Uh-huh.
that it was what was needed.
I quite agree. I really, really do. Yeah, and it's been very, very empowering. Still is. I don't I don't take them off. Like I just don't. I mean, the only thing I take off is my watch because it's an Apple Watch, and I don't want to destroy it. Well, it needs a charge and shit like that. But I never, for any reason, take these off. Any of them. I don't know why. But it works for me. So I don't
Oh,
know.
that's awesome. I'm really happy that you.
They're empowering. I can feel it, and it's like Samson in his hair or something like that. Like it just is so helpful and guarding. Honestly, I'll tell you this: my astrologer and healer, Kat, um, so funny. Um, she she was doing a healing prayer over me about 2 weeks ago, around the same time that I just got this bracelet from her. And probably like day two. And when she did her healing prayer, it became a channel. And she said that nothing but in my entire front row, it was just angels making an entrance. Like that's how much protection I had. And I really feel like this crystal kind of was a catalyst for that, like just bringing everybody into the room. So that's really cool. You've really done something there.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. I'm glad that you're receiving the benefits of them.
Yeah, it's great. It's great. And we just have to pass that forward. And you definitely inspired me to do so. I want to learn more about it. I like making jewelry. I've got I made something out of an old guitar string and fashioned the clasp on it and all that stuff, and I like it. And I kind of want to make more. So I did not get to go to the crystal store up in North Charleston before I
Oh
left.
no, that's too bad.
It's still there, but I'm
Yeah,
sure that there's
it's not
something
going.
in Tampa. In Tampa, I'm sure there's something around here.
Oh
That,
yeah,
yeah. So I'm happy for that. I'm sure I'll stumble upon it.
I'm making more. I'm making a few more bracelets, but I'm making mostly the necklaces, the mala necklaces for
Nice.
meditation and stuff. So yeah, I'm working on that. A whole line of them. Hopefully by the end of the month, I'll have them up.
That's cool. That's cool. Let's see. Maybe I'll do one on guitar string once I find my crystal shop down here. But these beads are beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. What can you tell me what these stones are though? Because I know that you gave me some documentation on them, but it's been a while ago since I've seen it. And so I was just curious, like if you knew. Well, I know,
Sure.
of course you know, but if you wanted to describe just so everybody kind of knows what I've got going on here.
Sure. Yeah. There's angelite on there. blue apatite, I believe aquamarine, and some hemimorphites in there too. I think those are the four main ones that I used in your bracelet. And the angelite, that one was one that really I was drawn to for you because it improves your spiritual awareness and gives you a calming, soothing, peaceful energy. It helps you to like communicate, and it's for self-expression, and it gets rid of fears and anxiety. It also it enhances your connection with the angelic realm. So any kind of psychic abilities or anything like that, it's going to help connect with the spirit world for you. So it's got lots and lots of different, properties to it, but these are the main ones that drew me to it for you. Yeah, that's for the angelite. Yeah. The apatite, the blue apatite is one of my favorite. It's such a pretty stone. And that one is a stone of manifestation. It helps you with activating your psychic abilities, and it keeps you in tune with your future and moving forward. And it helps with your growth with your clairvoyance and psychic visions. So
Nice.
once again, that one's really good with self-expression as well. So
Well, you nailed it.
I know. I'm telling you, it was my
Nailed
spirit. It wasn't my head. It was my spirit that told me to do this. So you also have aquamarine, which opens up your heart chakra, which, that's really good. It's at a time right now for you.
Don't say.
Yeah. So, and it removes emotional toxicity and encourages feelings of inner peace. So I gave it to you while you were still in Charleston, and then you were hitting the road. You were fleeing that toxicity. So that's good.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I scraped it off. I definitely scraped it off. Still been, having to deal with some stuff even today, but it's so identifiable. It's so, the discernment that is going on in my life is just so great.
You're having more clarity right now. You're having a lot more clarity.
100%. Yeah, 100%. Gosh. And it's great to feel this way. It really, really is. And, my cards as of late, because I pull once a day, for myself, it gives me clarity. It's actually part of the book that I'm writing that involves using tarot as like a daily diary for you to process, things and be more introspective than just trying to put pen to paper without any type of direction. And I'll tell you, between that and just the general energy that I feel, it is definitely helping me with clairvoyance and clarity.
That's awesome.
To be able to deal with it, right? And
that's awesome.
And then I laugh about the heart chakra thing. It's like, yep, and
exactly.
Like, check all these off the list.
And I had put that in there, not knowing really what was going on with you, and it was meant for you.
Yeah, that's brilliant.
And the last stone in there is that blue hemimorphite, which that's a very powerful stone. It actually aligns your upper four chakras. It heals your emotional body, and it enhances your communication abilities once again. And for some reason, all these stones are helping you with communication and self-expression, which I'm feeling that, that's what you need. That's exactly what you need, expressing yourself. But that one also, it brings positive vibrations and joy and happiness and an uplifting energy. And it helps you to take ownership of your life and your spiritual needs. So this one's a really good stone for you. And also it attracts you to the angelic beings that are your spirit guides. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it helps
a whole
in
army of
that
them.
communication.
Yeah. That just hit the nail on the head for sure.
Awesome.
You know, just the stuff, the cards I pull, the healings, the prayers, all that stuff is just hitting it with those energy traits that you just described. That's just amazing, amazing thing. Like to know that you're guarded and you're free to make, you know, proper intuitive decisions. Because man, there's a lot of stuff out there that I could have really messed up with, but I didn't, and handled it just the way it needed to be handled, and broke some patterns, and all that stuff you can do just by believing in your higher self, being guided, which is awesome. Yeah, so I would say that something else I've experienced is just even deeper dreams, deeper travels with more significant messages coming back. And I think that that's probably a trait of these two. Um, I saw somebody's post on Facebook today. I follow all kinds of stuff on Facebook, interact, or at least follow these same groups. And a lot of them were still, you know, dealing with the ascension path and things like I talked about earlier. That you know, somebody posted, I don't think my guides are around, and they felt worried. And I just watched the thread. I didn't get involved, but I did feel like saying that I haven't seen mine much either, but I've been feeling like the training wheels are off. You know, that we're being. I mean, I still travel at meditation. I've been trying something new to actually deliberately put myself places, just to see if I can get there. And I don't know. It's been interesting, but yeah, I just, you know, speaking to that person saying, I don't think my guides are around. It's like they're around. They're just kind of observing, still traveling, still going to the same places, and there's a lot more of us. I see a lot more, and it just says to me that a lot of people are really starting to get in touch with themselves, be more self-aware, open all their chakras, get things cleaned up. I mean, that's what did it for me, honestly, is that the whole chakra system is like a big antenna. It goes both ways. Put this great energy out there, using your chakras, and then you receive amazing energy in place, and it cleanses you. And the more that you deal with in your shadow work and getting rid of karma and you know, breaking patterns, the better your instrument's going to be able to play. And you know, you'll receive stuff. It's been amazing. It's been an amazing 3 or 4 weeks, honestly, because of that. Evie, what do you think?
Well, you know, when you're opening your chakras, when you come to the realization that you're like a flower that has just bloomed, that is when you reach that level, that is when your kundalini, when you have opened up your kundalini energy, you've gotten to the point where your seed was planted, all right, which you will hypothesize the seed is your life, all right. The seed of life is planted, and then it grows. Then you grow. The stem grows, and then the flower comes out. All right, and every petal of your flower is the chakra, your root chakra, your heart chakra. All right, and all your chakras. Once you focus on each chakra, and you've learned to embrace each chakra, and as you grow, when you've gotten to the point where you've finally bloomed, all right, now your kundalini, that is when your kundalini opens, clarity, all of a sudden you see with clarity. All of a sudden when you close your eyes, what do you see? You don't see dark, you see light. All right, So now your Kundalini has opened, and now it's like you're reborn. Now you are seeing life and your life from a different perspective, as if, wow, now you're not on the outside looking in, you're on the inside looking out with a new perspective. And now you've got a new life. And guess what? The best is yet to come.
Yeah, I agree. I totally agree. I manifest that. Take that. It's
And
awesome. And that's
it is the what holds you back is the toxic, right? It is the energy suckers. You must be careful of the energy suckers. Why? Because they take away from that which you're ascending. You are growing. The ones that are not growing are not understanding. Unfortunately, you have to leave them behind because they're not there. So what do? They attack you. They hold you back. They're energy suckers. Instead of making you feel good when you wake up during the day, you feel drained at the end of the day. All right? That's not growing.
right. You are correct. 100%. 100%. I totally agree. And it's been that way, you know.
Been there, done that.
Been
You know,
identifiable for a little bit now, and I've just, it's amazing, the transformation. It really is. Like, just putting my effort into it, recognizing some things that are holding me back, and just doing another thing in its place. It's been making a lot of difference. Really, really good. Um, but yeah, Arlo, I see you're back, buddy.
hi, Arlo.
Yeah, I'm back. Sorry, I had to go step out, go get something to drink, just to wake
Gotcha.
up.
Yeah, I gotcha. That's cool. Um, so this is show number 6. How do you feel about that number?
Number 6 is about perfections and imperfections, about, rebuilding yourself to a better, you know, way of thinking, way of being, perfecting yourself, and hopefully not going in the reverse, which is the negative of that, which is imperfection. So I
Right?
don't know. There's a lot to it. I just right now my mind's like boggled. So it's about perfecting yourself and the outside world. So you kind of, I guess, throw away things or buy new things or make new things. So kind of like restructuring yourself.
Right. Yeah, I like it. It's good. It's a good theme. It's awesome.
Yep.
So yeah, um, I think what we'll do is we'll take a quick break. I'm gonna cue something up here. We'll just do just a quick lap, and when we come back, Evie and I want to do something. As far as the card read is concerned, we'll elaborate a little bit. But
I have a request. I have a
you do have a
request.
request? Okay, cool.
Arlo, can you put in our JFK Moon speech? We didn't get that today.
We might not be able to use it. Um,
Oh,
yeah, so we've been going
oh,
with some stuff
yeah.
here. Oh, that's unfortunate. We'll have to cut that out right there.
Oh,
So we're gonna we're gonna go to break, guys. We'll come back at the
got it.
top of the hour. This is Death Heaven, and we'll see you at 11.
You can see the storm coming through the trees, lighting the sky. Yes, I would say that. I would say that. Let me start off with a basket of chips. I then move on to the pollo asada taco. I would like 2 pollo asada tacos with 1 beef chimichanga. On a chimichanga, I would like a side of sour cream. I would like tomatoes and onions on my quesadilla. For dessert, I would like the sopiflias. I would like extra cinnamon. Do you make guacamole? Yes, I do make guacamole. I would like a side of guacamole on my tostitos. I like to dip the tostitos in the guacamole. Can I get a basket? I told you about the basket of chips. I like a large iced tea. Two large iced teas. Okay, that'll be 1607. 20. Okay. This is 1607 to change. Alright, I would like a basket of chips, a beef chimichanga with a side of sour cream. I like some guacamole on my chimichanga with a quesadilla of tomato, onion, and vegetables. I should like a burrito with beans, beef, and I would like a carne asada taco. Could you put some hot sauce on there for me? No, he's inside the taco, not on the side. Yes, can I have a carne asada taco? Not a pollo asada, we run out of chicken. Do you have guacamole? Can you make me some guacamole? I have guacamole. Okay, and my burrito, I like the machaca beef and the shredded pork. And some more cheese, please. Okay, that'll be 22. Oh yes, I like 2 lemonades and 1 medium iced tea. Okay, that'll be 2007. Out of 22. Okay, $1. 52 is your change. Thanks a lot. Your food will be up. Here, let me get your drinks. Hi, can I help you? Yes, I like a basket of chips. I like a beef chimney. What is it? What is the pollo asada? That's chicken. Okay, what is the carne asada? That's the beef. Okay, let me get 2 carne asada tacos.
That last one always cracks me up. That was me at dinner earlier today. I went to this little, this awesome little trailer right next to this convenience store that it just looked so janky, and I was like, "Yep, that's the one I want." And so for sure, best fucking food I've eaten in a while. I mean, Florida has been so good to me lately that yeah, I'm just in awe of like all the great food down here and just like where it comes from. And oh my God, Arlo, it's just been amazing. And, Arlo, you know the deal. You're down there in Miami, so
Hell yeah, I had tacos last night too.
damn, dude, they were so good, so good. And it's like it's brave for me to like say, yeah, I want a fish taco out of this thing that looks like it should be shut down. But the best
Hey,
kind,
those are the
the
best, man.
kind of food. It is.
Those
It
are
is. I've been saying it for
if
years.
you find a little hole in the wall Mexican shop, right? Like literally,
Mhm.
like there's the one dude in the wall and he's serving up
Mhm.
tacos. That's probably the best place you'll ever go to.
That's what I want. Yep, that's what I want indeed. No doubt. So good.
But
So, so
I've gone
good.
to some of those little hole in the wall taco places that like they usually are the best places you could find, man. Because they don't have
Yeah.
all that crazy corporatized, seasonings and whatever. You got the authentic stuff going on in there, you know.
I agree. Yeah, I mean everything was just super fresh. They used some really good fish, and then I had a buffalo shrimp taco that was amazing. It sounds kind of weird, a little Americanized, but it was still spot on. Still so good. I almost wish they were open 24 hours. I'd go dash them. And then Arlo, I have definitely fallen in love with Wawa. Wawa is like the best convenience store invention ever. It is amazing. Listeners, if you've never been to a
Yeah.
Wawa, if there's a Wawa in your area, it is You already know. If you don't know, then man, you've got to get on the Wawa
What
bandwagon.
is it?
It is, Evie. It is just a convenience store. It's a gas station, but it has. I'm just gonna go straight to it. It has a milkshake bar. I mean, it has cheesesteak sandwiches, French fries with cheese sauce. I didn't see pizza, and I wasn't disappointed. Burgers, subs. I mean, you name it, they have it there. And then they have a
Yeah,
milkshake
and
bar.
it's really,
That was the
really
best part.
good.
Oh God, oh God.
The
And what did
food
you show me
there is
last night? The fried
the
Oreos with Nutella sauce, dude. Was that
or
from?
yeah, that was actually from the place I bought on Uber. Like it was a place
Uh huh.
that had Mexican tacos, and then they
Uh huh.
had deep fried Oreos, and I was like, "What deep fried Oreos? I gotta try this." You know, I've had them
Mm-hmm.
before in the past, but it sure hasn't been a long. It sure has been a long time, and it definitely wasn't. I wasn't expecting that out of one of these places, wherever the hell I got it. I don't even know if it was like a little those food trucks. They're down here. There's a Miami has a lot of food trucks. Okay, they're like all over the place. In fact, there's places designated just for them. So you
Yeah.
could imagine how much food trucks we have down here. Like every little corner, like in the middle of the night, they'll have food trucks down here, and you could try all kinds of stuff. And it's funny, the place that these tacos came from, it was like near where I go to the shooting range, and I was really surprised.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, there's a taco place right next to that, so I was kind of doubting whether it was a taco shop or a taco truck. But whatever, the
Yeah.
food was
Yeah.
amazing, man. I was like, oh shit, this is awesome. Those Oreos were pretty damn good too.
I know. They look so great. They really did. They
Yeah,
looked awesome.
man, they were so fluffy. It was like eating a donut. Like it was so I don't
Uh,
even know, man. It was just delicious.
I just love
Oh,
good
what's
food. I
the
mean,
Dave? What's the difference between a carnita and a taco? I make the greatest carnitas.
Well,
the
carnitas
meat.
is just like the meat. There's like a steak,
Hmm.
or it depends. Sometimes they have different things, like, but most likely I think it's steak, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. No, you're 100% right. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
So I make carnitas. I make the I use a corn tortilla, right? You put it on the burner and you flip it. Then I take ground pork, right?
Mhm.
I make my homemade salsa. I make the best salsa on this entire planet, right?
Mhm.
And cilantro. Well, I put onions on it, right? Chopped
Uh huh.
onion, cilantro, right? And my homemade salsa. And you can add guacamole. Oh my God.
That's why I like that song that we played. That was Ween, by the way. I'm sure we'll have to pull it later in post, but at least it'll get immortalized on the recording here and keep it in the vault. But but yeah, I love Ween. They were definitely one of those bands that like to get altered and do funny stuff. They've got some really good music all the way around. I think like 9 albums. And then before that, we had my good friends, Colin Estes and Aaron Moore out of Colorado Springs, Colorado. Very, very dynamic couple. I've known them for, gosh, 25 years now. And it's just the music they produce, they have it together. Couple amazing stuff. So that one was called The Machine Will Break Down. And it was really talking about relationships. And how our machine, this fleshy body that we have here, it might break down, but the love and that soul connection, timeless. Um, and then we started the break with Deaf Heaven, as in heaven can't hear, and the song was Great Massive Color. And if you just look these guys up, they have some amazing stuff. Evidently, the album is their first album not doing serious metal branch different. Definitely by that. I'd like to be able to get them on the show, which is something that we're focusing on here is trying to not use any copywritten material, in our shows. That way we can go ahead and, pay tribute to people that, they're up and coming. I reach out and get permission from folks all the time, and hopefully we can get people on the show. They can get their music and artwork out there. Arlo, I know you've been
Yes.
busy, my friend, but what's new in the NFT world? I mean,
Oh, I
you've got some
honestly
great art there, brother.
I haven't been keeping up with anything lately. I think there's been a lot of turmoil going on lately in the rooms.
Yeah.
There's kind of like a downward spiral, but I attribute it to the decline in the crypto space right now, where everything's kind of down
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah.
But I don't
Let's
know.
talk
I mean,
about that.
it's only so much people could hang out and talk about before they go like, hey, I'm tired of this thing, and they kind of just walk away. You know,
Right.
I mean,
Right.
if you don't have a fortified relationship, it just kind of
Right.
gets toxic after a while.
Well, I think
Yeah.
that, the overall morale, and, Evie and I were talking about this earlier, is that when I see a division in the community. I mean, I'm just going to speak plainly about it. I'm not going to mention any names, but I have been able to determine the division is between people that really appreciate Dogecoin for what it is and its utility and its function, and they don't look at the price as a major concern. They don't pay attention to all the FUD, the fear, uncertainty, doom type of stuff that's out there, and they don't really care so much about what Elon tweets or if Elon tweets. It's not about that. It's more about just a community experience and demonstrating the worth, the intrinsic value of Dogecoin versus its numerical value for the day. And the division is the people that are frustrated that it's not making money versus people that they're rich without it. They have inner wealth, they have trust and faith in what Dogecoin is capable of doing. And I think that's what makes it so unique in comparison to other coins out there. And the energy's just all wrong lately, just because people have been so consumed by the price, and, not paying attention to the big picture. But that's just my 2 cents on it. But we bring up Dogecoin in here only because we are Esoteric Doge. So, that shit happens. And I don't
Definitely
know.
agree.
On a
Say
positive
again.
note,
Uh-huh.
on a positive note with Doge, hashtag hashtag Doge Shades is really hot,
I saw
and
that.
some so Elon Musk tweeted, and it's if you go on Twitter right now, hashtag Doge Shades, it's
Uh-huh.
actually shooting Doge up a little bit.
Uh-huh.
So let's be positive.
Yeah, always positive. Yeah.
I,
I mean, I'm always in a position to convert my dollars to Dogecoin, just so being supportive, and I have faith, and you know,
absolutely.
whenever I need Dogecoin to be converted, I convert it back. But I've really still been having this great adventure with Dogecoin involved almost primarily. So I'm definitely I see value in that.
Yeah,
It definitely helps me.
this is not financial advice, but you should always keep multiple wallets with
Yes.
the different dips that you could buy into, so you could always have
Yep.
a better platform of buy the lower dips and kind of average out, on all aspects, because if buying in one and kind of trying to buy the dip and never get to the lower level, you should definitely buy on other platforms.
Yeah, I quite agree. Very much agree. Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
because you never know when you get that good dip on one of them, and get a better value over time.
mhm. Yeah,
So,
I've got my Coinbase doing that work for me. I've got my crypto.com is my flagship. What do you
cool.
say? Like the stuff that I bought a
Yeah,
while ago. So,
your
yeah,
primary wallet.
exactly. So yeah,
Does
I go ahead.
I have a question? Does Coinbase sell baby Doge? How do you get baby Doge?
I haven't
I
seen Baby
don't
Doge on
know.
Coinbase. I'd be curious to know where we could get Baby Doge.
Can you
Um,
find out?
I can. It's not necessarily in my wheelhouse at the moment, but
Yeah,
yeah,
On a note, on a
I'm
note,
definitely not going to look into that because that was just that completely went down after Elon said something for another token. He wasn't speaking for another token, but somebody made him say something for another token. I think it was like
uh-huh.
baby Doge
Daddy
is
Doge
hot.
or something. And then
Baby
Okay,
he
Doge
said,
is hot.
"I'm sorry."
yes,
Baby Doge is hot.
it
Oh,
is.
I don't know.
No, it is.
I'm
I don't know.
looking. I'm looking.
I'm just saying.
I I feel the presence of somebody watching me look at my phone and try and operate it, but that's just me. I've got a lot of energy in the room right now. Where can I buy a baby? Where can I buy a baby? No, we don't want to go to the dark web, folks. Um, one second.
Oh, baby.
Talk amongst yourselves. Oh, yeah, fine. But Pancake Swap has it, and then Binance has it. Um, you'll need BNB token, crypto wallet. Um, but yeah, I mean,
Yeah, Baby
there's
Doge is not supported by this thing, and it's still at 0%. And it's like, yeah, it's still
yeah,
0.0000000.
yeah, and I have shit like that. Again, financial advice. I don't care what coins anybody owns. I don't even know about these rug pulls. I'm so out of touch. I didn't really care about it. I thought there were more pressing issues. Evie, we were talking about climate change in the or in the pre-show earlier, and I wanted to let you know that that's been coincidental with all the energy in my realm at least. That Tampa Bay might have undergone a major ecological event with a red tide coming in just right behind that mini hurricane, that little tropical storm that we had a couple weeks ago when I rolled into town, which is kind of weird in and of itself. But yeah, just millions of tons of fish have been washing up in the St. Pete side of the Tampa Bay area, and they're
Wow.
saying that Tampa Bay might be completely oxygen free. Like,
What?
yeah, red tide is coming through. Red tide kills the just sucks all the oxygen out of the water. It just kills
Wow.
ecosystems. Yeah, and we didn't create red tide, but it is definitely something that we've exacerbated the capability of its existence. It just operates off of the stuff that we put in the water. It loves it moving
Where
around.
are these fish?
They're dead. They've been washing ashore all week.
Yeah.
They've actually started to employ local fishermen, like professional industrial fishermen, to help with the cleanup, just because they've got nets and all kinds of stuff. So it's been really sad to hear about that. But yeah, you and I were talking about climate change. That's affecting this area quite a bit right now. So
Is the Gulf still burning? Remember we were talking about the fire in the
we were
Gulf?
talking about that. Yeah, I have not been
Where
to the
Arlo? Do
Gulf
you
yet.
know?
I'm looking into that right now. I'm trying to see
Yeah.
Cool.
what's going
I
on.
mean, we what proximity is that uh, fire burning in the Gulf to where the dead fish are?
I think that they're worlds apart almost. I
Yeah,
think
Yeah,
that
like what?
Mobile is where the fire is, or somewhere around the Alabama coast of the Gulf,
Okay,
versus
and so where are the
um,
dead fish
yeah.
coming up?
The
Tampa
fish
Bay
in
is
the
like,
water, the red tide is totally different to that fire going
yeah,
on. That red tide definitely kills a lot of fish. Um, it's something that started a few years ago, from what we know, at least in the public. I'm not sure if it's something that goes back many, many years, like, 40, 30, 50 years. I don't know. I've never heard of it till
right.
like the last recent years. I don't know if it's a man-made, you know, uh, scenario, basically, because they're dipping some kind of chemicals in the water as reacting, and that's what's causing it to do.
Yeah, there's a lot of petrochemical stuff
Why is
causes
it
red
called
And
tide
red
to occur.
tide? Why is it called red tide?
because I think because the algae, when it floats, like, I think it turns the water look like kind of reddish, if I'm not
Yep,
mistaken.
Okay.
yep, exactly.
So
And
when it floats
it
around, it's just like red looking kind of, even if it's a dark kind of red.
hmm
Oh.
So yeah,
Oh.
hmm
that's what I
it'll
mean. Like,
suck
there's
all
so
the
much stuff
oxygen out.
that we don't know going on. Look, right now, you guys know about the whole thing going on in Cuba, right?
Yeah,
But do you
yeah,
guys know that the same thing's going on in South Africa?
really.
And
What's
it's
going
part of
on?
in South Africa, like, everything's like they're going through the same thing. Like, the people have rebelled against the government. They burnt out half the entire cities, like, in flames. They've like destroyed half the place. Like, if you guys look it up, I didn't know anything about this until somebody else that I met the other day like mentioned it, like, in a room, and we
hmm
knew nothing about this. And
Really.
then, like, they started talking about, like, South Africa is happening the same thing. They're not reporting it, but there is news. If you go and look it up, it's not being shown here in the U.S. But South
Wow.
Wow.
Africa is in demise right now. Like, Cuba is in demise right now. It's like, man, these people, like, they need help, and they're just going through a civil war right now.
Well,
Wow.
I think it's a good thing what the Cuban people are doing. They're taking advantage of this energy. They're saying we're not going to, and
Well, it's a new generation.
it
Listen,
is.
it is your generation. It is the younger generation. It is new thought. It's like, all right, it's like you
People are waking up.
it's a new generation. The elders are dying off and it is now the new generation. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
I
it is,
agree.
it's
I agree.
it's like shedding the skin. It's time.
hmm It's
And
It's
100% time.
time.
yeah, I mean,
It
look, in
is.
Cuba, even the police were like fighting against them, like themselves. Like, the police officer took the sides of
Right.
the citizens and started fighting back, even throwing rocks back. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't really got much over there in Cuba. And like, they were making it, known that what's going on over there is not about, the vaccine for the COVID. It's not about food. It's not about water. It's about liberty. Like, they're tired of being, like, oppressed over there. They're tired of not having what they need. They're tired of having to wait in line hours, and then just to find out they don't have food or whatever it was they were waiting in line for. Imagine us going to a store, and, like, instead of just walking in and buying our shit in a shopping cart and just walking right out. These people gotta wait in lines outside, being guarded so they don't steal or anything like that. And it's like pretty sad, if you gotta go there and wait outside whether it's raining or not.
Well, every person on this planet, wherever you are demographically, all right, we all have a God-given right to live off of the land, wherever that may be, to grow our own food, to have chickens, to make our own bread, the
Yep.
staples of life, to make pasta to sustain us, to go to the sea and get fish for food. All right. So, if we can just begin to start at the basics of life and Doesn't matter where you are in this world. Okay, it could be South Africa, it could be Cuba, it could be Palestine. All right, it could be in Jerusalem. It doesn't matter where you are. We are all here for a short time. All right, we all have the God-given right to live off of the land and not be extracted from where we were born or where we're from, to be refugees elsewhere, to be forced out of a country where you that's where you were born, you know?
Yeah,
And what causes it? Man and politics.
absolutely. It's
I'm
it's all
sorry.
it's all men bitching and young men dying.
Man in politics. You don't see women and children going out there fighting this and that and saying this and that. I'm sorry. You know what? Man in politics. You put those two together, what do you get? Corporal greed, and you get money is the root of all evil. Period.
Yeah, I mean, like I don't understand why we need to politics.
The
Yeah, like
spiritual advisor to the planet has spoken. Now, I have a clue. I've got one more clue for Mr. Milan here. Y'all ready?
Yeah, play it on us.
yeah, go ahead.
All right. All right. In the hierarchy of the fashion industry, all right, he is not, and I'm going to eliminate, he is not Hermes. He is not Chanel. He is not Armani, all right, but he is, and that's it. Figure it out. Anyway,
Well,
it shall be revealed.
I didn't think it was Giorgio Armani. I didn't think it was him. Um, it's not Ralph Lauren. I'm just kind of
It's not Ralph Lauren.
yeah, but yeah, um,
Even though Ralph Lauren's tried.
right, even though Ralph Lauren's tried.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's funny you
it's
said Ralph Lauren, but I'm not going to say anything yet.
nice, nice. So yeah, just I'm having a no technical difficulty talking amongst yourselves.
Talk about okay, Arlo.
God, I love Florida. Um,
You
Hey,
know, I'm gonna become a resident of Florida. You do know that, right?
mhm.
y'all calm down here, man.
Did I mention that?
Yeah.
Did I
Oh,
mention that?
you did. When you
Yeah,
come back
yeah,
from
yeah, you
Milan, you're
did.
gonna be Floridian. I love it.
Yeah, I'll be living in Italy 3 months out of the year. Yeah.
That's not a bad lifestyle. I'm right there.
Hey, we have
Done.
a Venice, Florida, I believe, so you can come
Hmm.
down here somewhere.
Yeah, I've actually been looking at stuff down there a little bit.
Cool. Yeah, yeah, it's funny
In
that
my
you're
home
living over
base.
there in Tampa. My company is the company I work for is going to be opening a small business out there in the Tampa, I mean the Orlando area.
Hmm. And
Yeah,
that's
just to
close
keep,
too.
yeah, it's just to keep a, kind of like a base in the area so we could expand out there because we got business going on in Tampa and we're definitely moving into Orlando, I believe. So we're trying to expand.
I
So
have a question. I have a question.
we may have an answer.
A couple of years ago, I did some research on sinkholes in Florida. Can you enlighten me on sinkholes in Florida, please?
Sorry. The whole state is Arlo. It's basically old mud.
It's it
Pretty much
the
what it is.
whole state for the most part is like coral reef, like it's like limestone. But between here and there might be like holes between. You'll definitely go through if not, I guess, fixed or patched before. I don't even know. It's weird. Like I know for most of South Florida, it's coral. I don't know about the rest of northern Florida because as you go up the
But
state, right? As you go up the state, it's mostly going uphill, like slightly, you know. So as you go further up North Florida, it's a little bit higher. South Florida, it's at water level, and a lot of it is
yeah,
coral, and it's just like sand built over it, I guess, over time, and then dirt or whatever the hell happened here, you know. But this was literally swampland. Like, remember that Florida was underwater at one point. Like all
I
of
have a
this.
oh yeah,
question, Arlo. Arlo.
Yeah.
Arlo. Arlo.
Yes,
Arlo.
I'm here.
Arlo. Is Florida all flat, or does Florida have hills and mountains?
no
There's
mountains.
no mountains, but there are hills, sort of. Not like
Hmm.
there's wavy, I guess, roads going up and down. There are slight hills, but
Yeah,
you're talking about
Like,
like
what do you wavy?
Gainesville, like
I mean,
area, like
are,
North Florida.
like North Florida?
Yeah, North Florida definitely has hills. Like not like,
yeah.
big stuff, but you'll definitely have roads that go up and down.
Those in the Panhandle. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
So you have hills in Florida?
in the Panhandle.
When you say panhandle, what do you mean by that?
It's like the closest part of Florida to Georgia and the main rest of the United States.
Oh, I never knew that.
Yeah. So
Oh,
yeah, North Florida definitely has slight hills, or I don't know. I haven't been further than Gainesville. I've been to Orlando, Gainesville, Titusville, which is Cape Canaveral, where they
really?
have the spaceport for
Yeah,
NASA,
Right.
yeah.
and um, but I definitely haven't gone up further. Like I wanted to go to Jacksonville and whatnot. I actually never left the state of Florida. You know, I haven't traveled, so I might start doing
Oh,
that this
gotta
year.
get you in an RV, Arlo.
Oh,
Arlo,
Are there
I'm definitely
going
down for an RV.
RVing.
are
Yeah.
there any hills in Miami?
Hills? No. There's anthills. Definitely
I'm
anthills.
sorry,
There's definitely anthills down here, but no like
Ant Hill?
physical ants that bite you. That was a
So is
joke.
Miami all flat? Is
Yeah,
Miami
Yeah,
it's a
flat?
yeah,
yeah. Miami's a
yeah.
sea level.
I am trying to figure this out.
Are
Really?
you?
Yeah,
We
Miami's a
gotta
sea
get.
level.
Yeah,
I'm
we
trying
gotta
to
get you
figure
out here
out,
for.
Lord.
Yeah,
Like
Wow.
Miami is
Colorado has a
literally
few hills.
like
You know.
filled in. Like most of South Florida was refilled in with material just to like
Really?
habitate most of the land down here. Yeah,
Hmm.
because
Really?
Hmm.
I actually live on the outskirts of the city where, like, about 10 minutes away from here, where I live, not even, I think, 10 minutes. Like, it's basically like the beginning of nothing. Like, the Everglades start out there.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah, I literally go
yeah.
out there sometimes. I haven't been there in a while, but there's a place called Shark Valley where you could literally walk right next to the alligators, like on a path, like on a
No, thank
like,
you. Jesus Christ.
yeah, like they
Jesus
literally
Christ.
have the alligators right
Who
there on
would
the
do
path of
that? Wait,
the
wait,
city.
wait, wait, Arlo. Let's go back. Who in their right mind would walk next to a fucking alligator? Are you
I
kidding
have,
me?
I have,
It's
and I
Oh
got
my
recordings and pictures.
God. You're giving me a palpitation.
no.
Hey,
I've come up with a thing called
if you ever
Florida
come down here,
Emu.
we're going to.
What?
If you
I've
guys ever
come up
come
with.
down here, we're going over there to that place.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
Hell
all
they have
about
no.
it.
they have a
Yeah,
bus. It's
You
like
couldn't
a
give me
tram.
$1 million. Arlo,
we'll
you
do a
couldn't
live
give me a
feed.
million dollars.
They have a tram
Give
where
me
you
a
can
million
you can take a
dollars.
tour. Listen, you don't even
You
have to
couldn't
walk
give me a
next to them.
million
We'll,
dollars.
we'll
Never.
take the tram. We'll take the tram that takes us around the park. It's a
Oh
okay, so
no way.
it's a state park. So
Jesus
you could
Christ.
do the tour on a bus. It's like an open bus, and like
Jesus Christ.
they'll take you around,
Oh my
and
God.
they take you to to the end of the park where there's like a
Oh my
tower
god!
that you can look around the entire thing as inwards.
All of a sudden, the
Or you can
alligators
bike
are
it.
gonna get the
Now
head of the
you
alligators. Oh
listen.
my
They
god!
keep them. I'm pretty sure they keep them like fed so they don't have to attack people. Because I've never been attacked by any of them.
Oh
You
Jesus
keep your
Christ!
distance. You keep your distance, and if they hiss at you, you back off. That's it.
Yeah, right. Oh my
Yeah,
god!
they don't
Yeah,
attack
there's
you.
there's
They
no
don't really
secret
attack you.
handshake to alligators. Yeah.
Listen, they don't really attack you on land. They attack you mostly if you're in the water. In fact,
Yeah, I don't know about
the
that.
worst time that you could like have with an alligator is you trying to drink some water out of out of a lake or something, Or, like
Jesus Christ!
or some kind of canal. That's you don't even know that they're coming, and all of a sudden you're like half in your mouth before you realize.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, they're more dangerous in the water than they are on land. Like they're less
So,
likely.
so
They're
they're not
what?
in the ocean, right? They're not in the ocean.
No, there
Well,
are crocodiles in certain parts of the world that are saltwater based. I don't know if they're ocean. Like
well,
I think in Australia maybe.
in the
But
Charleston
there aren't
area,
any alligators in Miami, right?
No,
yeah,
the
there's a
beach.
lot.
No,
No,
Oh, right. That's
right.
it.
no, but there's
I'm
definitely
trying to
alligators
figure
here.
this
Like
out.
you go to down you travel down Alligator Alley.
Mhm.
Sometimes you'll see them either dead on the road or hanging by the road.
Right.
Because they're
Mhm.
like you'll see them dead. Like there will be like kind of roadkill down here sometimes. But
Okay.
you need to go through this place called Alligator Alley, which is a route
No,
heading out
no,
of Miami
no, no,
where there's
no.
canals on both sides, and the alligators sometimes come to the land and they
Yep.
chill like by the side of the road. And sometimes when they're crossing in the middle of the night, like trucks like run them over.
Run them over. Yeah.
Oh my
It's like hitting
God.
a deer.
Note to
I've seen
self,
them.
do not drive
I've
at
seen the
night in
tail of an
Florida.
alligator, like or half an alligator, like down the road, like driving by there one time. It happens. Like,
Note to self, don't drive at night in Florida. Oh my God.
hey,
Right.
hey, look,
So,
it's interesting that we were talking about Florida because down here in the Keys, I forgot what island. Actually, a few of the Key Islands, right, in South Florida, right, they have deers, and for me, that was to kind of like capture that. I'm like, that was so weird. Like, there's little tiny deers in this and these islands on Florida, on the Keys, the Florida Keys. And it's like weird to know that there's little deers out there. They're like not huge deers, but they're kind of small.
yeah. Yeah.
And it's I don't know, it's weird. It's weird just to think about like those deers just hanging on an island. They're like
Well,
natural, like they're like native to the island, so it's weird.
so I'm just laughing at the memes and the gifs that are
I'm
coming out of
scared.
it. So I wouldn't
Seriously
be that scared. Bad things happen
scared.
it's not that big of a deal. I would worry more about robots stealing your pills than, you know, any alligator attacks or anything like that. But I do
Yeah,
have this thing that I've noticed called Florida-ing, where it's like
Wait,
you basically see something that is just so character. Like I'll start off with, you know, um, people
do
getting
you
blown
have
up by fireworks.
big bugs in Florida?
Yes.
I heard
yes.
about that.
Yeah, pretty big bugs up down here.
Do they fly?
Have you seen the
Some
palmetto
do.
bug yet?
Oh gosh, I lived with palmetto bugs for years, all my life.
Do they fly?
Down here
Yeah.
they do.
Yes, they
Oh
do.
no.
Yep, they're on
Oh
the screen
yeah.
Oh
right there.
no.
Oh
How
yeah.
big are they?
I don't know. I
Look,
mean,
look at the
I've seen
screen
some
there.
pretty
They're
big
all that
ones.
size. Some
Oh,
of
look
Yeah.
them
at
are
the
bigger.
screen. Wait, let me see.
Yeah.
Just don't use the
So,
bug spray.
You're
bef-
laughing, Arlo. You're laughing.
I didn't put that, but it's true. That's how they look.
awesome. It's awesome.
That's about the size
Well,
of them, really.
we can't dig this ditch any deeper.
They
So
fly, Arlo. They fly.
Yeah, they do. Some of them.
They do?
Yep, they do.
Oh my
Yeah,
God. How
yeah,
big are
Man,
they?
definitely.
listen. One night I had my I
Uh-oh.
had opened my balcony. I had opened my balcony and I was like kind of like between in and out, and
Oh
all of a
shit.
sudden like five of them flew in my house at the same time.
Jesus, that's
I
too
was like,
many.
No.
what? Yeah.
I see like one
Oh
every now and then.
I
God.
was like, what?
That's
I
too
have to
many.
go crazy like a ninja killing them, man. I got them all, but
Are, 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 are,
it
are,
was
are
crazy.
are they all over Florida or just in some parts?
They're, I would say, all over. You know, it's funny.
Oh,
They have a scent to them. It's weird. I always kind of like,
jeez. Are
you know,
you
people
making
like,
this up? Are you making
huh?
No, no, no.
Is this the
Not
Roaches
at
truth?
have a
all.
smell to
It's a
them.
very real
Like,
thing. Yeah,
Is
they
this the
all
yeah,
are
they have a
truth?
weird
weird smell
creatures.
to them. Like, definitely do. I can smell them all the time. Like, because
Oh
you know, I
no.
told you, like, I have hypersensitivity. All my senses are heightened, so I can smell them. People are like, what do you smell? I'm like, I smell the roach. And they're like, what? You smelling like, like a weed, like a roach? I'm like, no, I smell like a cockroach, you know? And they're
Oh
like, what the hell?
wow.
I'm like, yeah, some people don't know that they actually have a smell to them.
Oh wow. Ninja cockroaches.
Yeah,
Did you?
it's funny, but it's true. It's like they have a weird smell to them, and it's weird how when they dry out, they
Wow.
kind of just become
Erica.
like powdery. When they die and dry out, they become like powder. So it's kind of like it kind of reminds me of like what was it like in some movies where I see like nanites breaking apart, after they die, or I guess their electrons that go inert and just become like little particles. So it's kind
Wow.
of like
Wow, I like
yeah,
Erica,
that.
and
esoteric.
it's bad to breathe them in. It's like you shouldn't breathe. Like if you have dead roaches, don't step. Like if they're already dead, like dry, it's best to like just pick them up and throw them away. Don't crush them or anything like that. Like try not to breathe that in.
Yeah, yeah. I've always heard that too. Yeah, I mean, Erica can vouch too. I mean, gosh, it's just buggy down in the southeast, but it's really
Yeah.
buggy down in Florida, South Carolina, Georgia. Definitely. We also
You
did
you
have
definitely run into fire
alligators.
up there with
Yeah,
one too.
we
So
definitely had.
esoteric, esoteric. Erica says that yeah, gators have been found on Folly Beach in South Carolina.
Yeah, I
Eh,
guess so.
The
Yeah, that's
safe
correct.
Yeah.
word is the mosquito.
Yeah,
Eric,
Oh
that's
yeah,
the
what
we
we
got
safe
did.
word.
mosquitoes
Oh,
down. Oh man,
what do you
Wow.
the
mean?
mosquitoes
It's
down
the
here. If
mosquito.
listen, if you go to the Everglades, okay, if you go to
Oh
the
my god.
Everglades, do not open your windows, okay?
What?
If you come down here and you go to the Everglades, don't open your windows, like in your car.
Right.
Because like if you open your window and you pull off to the side of the road for a moment, you'll have like 20 mosquitoes in like a few seconds in your car. And I'm talking about salty mosquitoes that come from the ocean. Like they're like a little bit bigger than the regular mosquitoes down here. And they're like dark, dark black.
Oh no.
Yeah, I mean, I went down there one time with a friend, and he had a black shirt on, and the
Oh
dude
my
was covered
god.
in a second layer of darkness, and it was all mosquitoes. And then like, dude, we opened the window, we were looking at the map because I don't know, we got there one day, it was late. Like even though that place is like open the whole night because it's a campsite, we
Mhm.
got in there kind of late. We just kind of wanted to browse around. Um,
Jeez.
Yep, yep,
um,
yep.
it was one of those days we
So,
just like decided to go out there, and it was just like
Oh my
we
god.
weren't expecting this. It was just crazy mosquitoes everywhere. But I digress.
I think I'm allergic to mosquitoes.
yeah, maybe a little bit. So, Evie, we are closing out at the 12 o'clock hour. Just curious about some cards you said you gave me earlier.
You I pulled some cards for you. Okay.
Cool. Be
Okay.
interested to know what you got going on.
You're gonna be amazed. All right. Here we go.
And I think we talked about just someone special that will be around. So, inspiration as well.
All right. All right. Your first card, let me get to it over here. All right.
Uh-huh.
Your first card is upright, not reversed. It is the Ace of Pentacles.
I like it. I like that
And
a lot.
yes, and I'm going to describe the card. A hand, it is a hand, issuing as usual from a cloud, and it's holding up a pentacle. Okay.
Mhm.
The divine meaning of the card is, are you ready?
Yeah.
Perfect contentment, felicity, ecstasy. Also, speedy intelligence, gold,
Wow.
prosperity.
Wow.
Oh, it's. Are you kidding me? Prosperity. Okay. Comfortable material conditions.
Wow. I like
And,
it. Love it.
oh, great riches. Um.
I'd take all of that. I accept all of that.
Okay. That is your
Yeah.
first. All right. All right. It was a great card. Second card, that which stands in front of you, is an upright card. It is the Nine of Swords,
Okay.
and I'm going to describe the card. It is seated on the couch in lamentation, with the swords over you, as is as one who knows no sorrow, which is like onto yours. It is a card of utter desolation. All right.
Yeah.
Delay, disappointment, and despair. All right. And only you know what that means. All right.
Sure thing.
All
That's
right.
pretty.
Yes. And you know what that means.
Yeah.
Your last card, the third card, is reversed. It is the Ten of Pentacles. Okay.
Okay.
And I'm describing the card. It is
Yeah.
a man and a woman beneath an archway, which gives entrance to a house and domain. All right.
Okay.
They, they are accompanied by a child who looks curiously at two dogs, accosting an ancient person seated in the foreground. All right.
Yeah.
The divine meaning, gain, riches, family matters, extraction. However, your card is reversed. All right.
Okay.
So it is chance, fatality, loss, games of hazard, sometimes gift of dowry and pension. Right. So it does dwell with money. All right. On the
Okay.
reverse scale.
Hmm.
And that is
Okay.
your card.
All right.
I'd say it was pretty much on point.
Yeah. All right. I'd say so. I think it's all past stuff. I think that
Yeah,
the first part is an usher in of
yeah,
some very, very new things. But
yeah, yes.
I
I as well.
I think that, and I'm not. I think that the illustration of not and the child.
Yes.
Very, very.
Yes. I found that one to be the
That's,
most profound.
yeah, that's the down, but deeply feel that
You're
is
cutting it out.
got the intuition completely speaking. Sure. And I've never disagreed with the read, and I'm not doing it now. I'm saying that I know what I'm adopting. You know, I know like what coming into my life, and I'm so thankful for. So
Yes,
get that.
exactly.
Yeah, and the message is clear. So
Yes,
there is no doubt.
yes,
So, yeah, I accept the upright for that 100%. That's a good read. Awesome.
yes.
And you just did the 3, huh?
Yes.
Throw 2 more down, if you don't mind.
I'm sorry?
Would you mind throwing 2 more down, or do you have another deck you'd like to
I'm
use
fine.
too? What other decks do you have?
No,
I'm curious.
I'll do it. Of course. Give me a second here.
Who's best? Just
Give me a
curious.
second here.
When I do readings, I like to do like at least 2 decks, just to just get perspective. You know, sometimes you get the identical message in another deck. And Erica, you know, while Evie is looking for hers, you know, I wanted to ask you more about the 2 decks that you shared with me last night. Now, I prefer the colorful itself, the one that is in the second photo. And that's the one that you actually own, I believe, right? Well, anyhow, it was a beautiful deck, and hold on, text. I'll tell the world about it. Um,
I'm pulling here.
Can you hear me now?
I can definitely hear you now. Yeah.
Sorry about that.
No worries.
Technical difficulties.
It's fine. We can take care of everything.
Yeah, so that deck that I got is a Threads of Fate, and it's an Oracle deck that I got the original like release of it, and then they came out with several others afterwards, and one was the rose gold one, and then the shadow deck that I had sent you originally, which was the darker colors. But I was more drawn to the original one because of the colors, you know, the pastels and then the vibrance in the face cards, and then the gold foil and everything. So I don't know, they just the cards spoke to me, and it's like my favorite Oracle deck to go to. Did I send you a picture of the tarot deck that I use with the flowers on it?
No, I don't believe you did.
Okay, I need to send you that because
Yeah.
that's a pretty good deck as well, but they have different releases. I got one, it's pink and black with, you know, it's really pretty with some pink flowers and stuff. But they released a really cool one that is actually has marijuana leaves on it. That's really awesome. I think you might like that
Nice.
one.
Yeah. I like picking out a new deck, and sometimes the deck picks you, doesn't it?
Yeah, totally. Like
Yeah.
I mean, these decks definitely, when I have several different decks that like back in our storage unit. But when we started on this journey a year ago, I knew exactly which ones that I wanted to have with me at all times. You know, there's 3 decks that I have. One is the Threads of Fate Oracle deck, then it's the Tarot deck, and then I have another Oracle deck that's all like sacred geometry. It's really cool.
Ooh. Now, I'd
That
be
one,
interested in that. That's
yeah,
something
that
I
one's
want to
from
study more
Australia.
about.
It's really, really cool. I'll send you a picture and a link to that.
Okay, yeah, please do, because yeah, I want to explore more decks and you know bring more on. It's fun. It's nice, and you know, just doing the tarot diary for me has been a cool experience. I just have the 3 decks now, but I'm definitely shopping
I mean, it can be almost addicting because I see decks and I just want to collect a whole bunch of them
Me too.
because
Me
they
too.
called me, but I'm like, okay, no, I only have limited space, so I can't get all these decks, you know?
Right. Right. Yeah, I'm the same way. It's like taking straight. Yes, on that level for me. Right? But I wouldn't mind getting it. Evie, did you get your other cards out?
Got it. Are you ready?
Yeah, always.
Okay. I pulled two more, and upright, it is the Pentacles, the Knight,
Okay.
and I'm going to describe the card. He rides a slow, enduring, heavy horse to which his own aspect corresponds. He exhibits his symbol, but does not look therein. And the divine meaning, utility, serviceableness, interest, responsibility, rectitude, all on the normal and external plane. All right.
Yeah.
So he's holding the pentacle and he's sitting on a black horse, and he is a knight in armor.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
So, and he's standing upright. The second card I pull, upright as well. Usually I pull your cards in reverse,
Mhm.
but you got the Three of Swords. Let me describe the card. It is three swords piercing a heart. All right.
Mhm.
With cloud and the rain behind it.
Mhm.
Okay.
Behind it.
Yes, behind it. The
Yep.
divine meaning is, this is a big one, removal, absence, delay, division, rupture, dispersion, and all that the design signifies naturally. Being too simple and obvious, all right,
Mhm.
for a special enumeration. So the card in itself, and it is not reversed, all right? So it stands in full force and full strength of the swords piercing the heart, right?
Mhm.
With the cloud and the rain behind it.
Yeah.
All right. Removal, and that's removal of the toxic,
Uh-huh.
absence, delay, division, and rupture. All right. And the
Yep.
dispersion. And all that the design and what that signifies, the naturally is, it's obvious. It's all in the obvious. All right.
Yeah.
You got a good, that was a good one. So that also
That was a great one.
stands behind you as well.
Mhm.
Very good, very
Mhm.
positive actually. Very strong card.
Incredibly positive. Yeah, very strong card.
Incredible,
And
incredible. You know,
I had the same interpretation. Can you go back to the what was that? The not Ace of Pentacles. I like the Ace of Pentacles in there. That was a nice lead. And
the Ace
but
of
no,
Pentacles. Yes.
the Knight of Pentacles, perhaps, what it was on the horse.
Um, the Knight of Pentacles on the horse.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
The second to the last card that you read.
yes, yes.
And what was the divine meaning of that one?
The divine meaning of that one, um, the divine meaning of that one is utility, serviceableness, interest, and responsibility. All
Mm-hmm.
right, and
Okay.
rectitude. So, with the knight wearing, it is the armor upon the horse, that with the armor you are protected. All right, in that which what you're going forward with, and holding the pentacle. All right, so he's riding the horse in a very slow, heavy manner, but you are protected. So your journey, all right, is heavy. It is a one step at a time, one foot in front of the other, all
Mhm.
right. But it is utility and it is serviceableness and it is interest and responsibility, all right, which
Yeah.
means, all right, so it is the responsibility of that which you are going forward with. Um, Again, but you're protected,
Mhm.
all right, with your armor as well. It
Yeah.
is a slow process, but it is a journey that is stable, all right, that will
Mhm.
land you in the place and where you need to be.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hmm. I see all that.
Yes.
Really, really good. Yay.
Very
It's
good.
neat. It's kind of like when you get there's no bad reading. I always preface there's never any bad reading. It's always cautionary tales that, you know,
Absolutely.
you need to get aware of.
Absolutely.
You, you're able to see.
Do
Now,
I
I'll
what?
tell you. I said you'll be able when you get that self awareness. Um,
Yes,
you see it a lot quicker. You know, when you get these
absolutely.
messages, you know that what's coming or what has come, you were able to see it. A lot of that was
Yes.
past stuff, like recent past that, you know, that's really
The,
good. Really good.
the past the past teaches you for that which is to come for the future.
Yeah.
You
I
know, I
agree.
mean, it takes you there. It lands you where you should be. It
Yeah, I
lands you
agree.
where you should be
I
as well.
definitely agree. Yeah.
Um, I
Well,
pulled
it
another
looks
one
like,
for you.
yeah.
I
You,
pulled,
what'd you
I
pull?
pulled, I pulled another one for you while we were talking.
Uh-huh.
Um, it is the Nine of Pentacles upright.
A
I'm
lot of
going to just pull
pentacles.
the card. The Nine of
6
Pentacles.
cards. A lot of
Great
pentacles,
card.
right?
Pentacles. You get Pentacles. And I'm going to describe the card. It's a beautiful yellow card with a woman with a bird upon her wrist. She stands amidst a great abundance of grapevines in the garden of a manor house. It is a wide domain, suggesting plenty in all things. Possibly it is her own possession and testifies to material well being. The divine meaning: prudence, safety, success, accomplishment, certitude, discernment. Of course, and it testifies to material well being. So,
Okay.
um, in,
Couldn't be more affirming.
in, in your mass house, it is a mass house.
Yeah.
Um, um, yes.
I've I've got several houses in my dream. My travel place where I go.
Oh, do tell. Describe the house, and I can tell you.
Well, I have a cul-de-sac, and each home has a different. Let's see. So we have ancestral. My ancestral guides seem to reside, and oftentimes, there's conflict. Um, Not a whole lot of peace in there. And then my other homes are, somewhat chaotic, are very comforting. I have a room in every house that's mine, and it definitely shows like my states of being um, in each house, whether I'm comfortable and I have this big lush type of environment, or if I kind of sleep on a Ray. It really does range that far. These travels are definitely classrooms of sorts. You know, things that speak to me that I need to deal with. Like my car, just go through till all the bad shit's out of the
All right.
wild.
Um,
Yeah.
I pulled one more card, and this is the last one.
Okay.
The Hierophant.
Right.
He wears the triple crown. I'm describing the card. He wears the triple crown and is seated between two pillars, but they are not those of the high temple, which is guarded by the high priestess. In his left hand, he holds a scepter terminating in the triple cross, and with his right hand, he gives the well known ecclesiastical sign, which is called that of esotericism, distinguishing between the manifest and concealed part of doctrine. It is noticeable in this next section that the high priestess makes no sign. At his feet are the crossed keys, and two priestly ministers in his albs kneel before him. He has been usually called the Pope, which is a particular application of the more general office. Then he symbolizes he is the ruling power of external religion, as the high priestess is the prevailing genius of the esoteric withdrawn power. The proper meanings of this card have a mixture from nearly all hands. Grand Orient says truly that the Hierophant is the power of the keys. Hold on, this is so long, I've got to turn the page. Wow. Exoteric orthodox doctrine and the outer side of the life which leads to the doctrine. But he is certainly not the prince of occult doctrine, as another commentator has suggested. He is rather the summa tuidis theology when it has passed into the utmost rigidity of expression. But he symbolizes also all things that are righteous and sacred on the manifest side. As such, he is the channel of grace belonging to the world of institution as distinct from that of nature, and he is the leader of salvation for the human race at large. He is the order and the head of the recognized hierarchy, which is the reflection of another and greater order. But it
Keep
may
going.
so happen that the pawn his symbolic state and acts as if he contained within his proper measures all that his sign signifies or his symbol seeks to shoot forth. He is not, as it has been thought, philosophy except on the theological side. It is inspiration, although he is in the mode of his expression. Wow. And we end it on
Wow.
that.
Wow.
Wow. And that was your last card.
That better be. Gosh. How many was that?
Wow.
7? Was that 7, Arlo?
Take that in. Yes, it was 7. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Awesome. I would love it if you took a picture of all those cards so I can that. I want to use that for the book, actually. Mine.
All right.
That was great.
It's
Oh,
also
Well, this was
12:07 right now too. Oh, it just
yeah,
was. So,
yeah. It was just now 12:07. Well, that's awesome. 7 minutes into the next day, get end of an awesome reading, end of an awesome show, guys. Thank you for being here.
grazie.
Glad
Grazie.
nobody turned into a pumpkin. Yeah, and congratulations to Italy for winning the European Cup.
As we go.
Yeah, as we go, it's awesome. But what a fulfilling week show. Thank everyone that chimed in and did. Thank all of you in the future that get to after. See you
Send
next
in your
time.
stuff. Quick catch it.
All right. And
Got it.
gonna go out. Go.
Theologians that don't know nothing about my soul, about my soul. I'm an ocean, abyss in motion, slow motion. Looming for the day, God is with us every day. Yeah, the illiterate light is with us every night. Theologians, oh, they don't know nothing about my soul. Oh, they don't know. Fill my heart with little things, my life will change. Oh, in so many ways, I find more missing every day. All emotion, I'm a cherry.